I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in. Y'all know who it is. It's Cuz. It's me, dog. Thank y'all for tapping into your Cuz podcast with the two T's. Y'all know who back.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Hey, y'all. What's
She
going
is
on? Rent is due. You paying it or you collecting it? It's the first.
on
What's going on? I'm
Listen,
just saying. I'm just saying.
they done spent all that up. You hear me? They done spent it up.
Already?
Yeah, that's already gone. They done owe that
Okay.
out to somebody. So listen, welcome to the show. You already know
Thank
I'm
you.
happy to always have you back. Uh, for the new subscribers that I got, you gotta tell them people who it is, man. You gotta tell them people who you is.
Absolutely. So first, shout out to Tamika Bryant, Dr. Tamika Bryant, that made this T-shirt. Okay, Black Beach
Okay.
Bum. We all about legacy building. So my name is Alicia Hurt, born and raised in the DMV area, and
Uh,
I relocated to Bainbridge, Georgia, a year ago. Can't believe it. Was just wanting a vacation, a retreat, a change in life, and God, he's funny. He has me
yes.
on
Level.
another journey here, and I'm so thankful for it. I knew Randall through working professionally, supporting his brand, and then we just continue to reconnect. And now we're on this platform, and I thank him for having me here as a guest.
Always, always. You welcome. You always welcome to the show. You know that. Always, always welcome to the show. So what you focus on today? What you focus
Okay.
on?
Well, today, me and my kids, we did a Bible study on Jonah in the belly of the whale, and it's so fitting and right because y'all look what came in the mail yesterday. My
Good.
latest book called 200 Ways to
Sir.
Serve.
Yes.
And this was inspired by a young lady at the Learning Center here. And she said, I went around the room and I asked them, what do you want to do? What career aspirations, what? And her response was, I want to help people. That's
Right.
servanthood. And so I said, well, how? What do you want to do? What profession? And she was just like, I don't know. I was like, bet. Shell
Nah.
on, like they said on the Huxtables.
Uh,
Shell on, right? And
for
so I
real.
put this together and she doesn't know it. So tomorrow is our next session. I'm going
Yeah.
to gift her with this. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to be so amazing to see her wheels start to spinning because literally it gives you 200 ways. So that next month, I'm going to say, now you need to have a real answer for me because you want to
Right.
serve. You got a heart of servanthood, but I need you to put that to a tangible, attainable strategy and career for yourself. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to talk about. Serving.
Serving the day. So that's what she's talking about, y'all. Is y'all ready? Is y'all focused? Cause she lit. Y'all already know she lit. Gone. It's on you.
So in January last year, I had a vision of Jonah in the belly of the whale. And I thought it was an opportunity for us to go on a mission trip to Jamaica. So we did. Me and my entire family never did it before. It was life changing. It was life changing. We went to the schools. I got to read to the kids, talk to them about what they wanted to be, similar to the girls here, right? So God was really preparing me. And I had told the lady when she brought the opportunity, I said, I just had this vision and I don't want that will to scoop me up. I'm going voluntarily, right? I'm going. Lo and behold, it comes full circle a year later. My kids are like, we want to watch this. I don't know if y'all have heard of Superbook on YouTube. If you haven't, check it out if you have kids, but it's a great way to present the Bible in a kid-friendly cartoon way that they
That's
get it and it
right.
lands, right?
That's all
It
right.
lands. And so as I was communicating with my older child, because she was trying to understand the concept of the will, and I said, it's not a physical will, but it's life. When God puts a calling on your life, when he inspires you, when he says this is your trajectory and you choose to go otherwise, other places, other avenues, he still finds a way to
Yes, he
bring you
do.
back because he gives you free will, but your purpose, your destiny, it has to be fulfilled, right? And so
Yep.
when I was telling my 10-year-old this, it was like, ooh, I'm talking to myself too. because I find myself saying, man, I didn't, and this is my famous line, I didn't come down here for this. I didn't come down here for this. And
Right.
literally, TikTok University yesterday, a young lady was crying, bawling her eyes out. And she said, people don't understand that I did not want to do this. I don't want to do it, but God has a calling on my life. And I was like, say word. I was like, she's talking to me, because it's a lot of times we want to do all of the familiar things, the great things. Like for me, I was in real estate hustling hard, rent is due, paid or collected, let's go. And God was like, you did that. You did, girl. You did that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
But now I need you to serve in a different manner.
Mhm.
I need you to serve in a way that you ain't going to get these 20K checks like that. Like, boom, 30, 45 days, let's go. No, you're going to get it, but you're going to get it when I stay, and the work going to look different. And it is gratifying. It's more gratifying, right? It's great to see people go from the thought of a house to having a house. But then when I'm dealing with people that are broken and the thought of a child, right? And then to say, I've had a child. Broken, saying, hey, I can't do, and then continue to do and continue to do, and then give it back and helping somebody else learn how to fish, right? So it's different. I'm still serving, but I'm fulfilling the purpose that God has for me. But then when I look back, because in that scripture in Jonah was like, God told him what to do. You're going to go to Nineveh and you're going to preach to these people and you're going to tell them what I say. He's like, man, I ain't trying to go there. That people crazy. I'm trying to do that. Like, no, it's not good over there. And God's like, okay.
No, for real.
Okay, Randall.
Yeah.
All right, Randall. Okay, Alicia. That what you want to do? All right, let me see this.
Yeah.
Let me see this. And you on the boat, they like, nah, you gotta go. Bro, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get on this boat.
Like I ain't going nowhere. You hear me? Nowhere. But nah, I'm listening. Because it do happen.
And he got swallowed up. It does. It really does. I know growing up, I used to get in trouble and everybody around me didn't get in trouble. I'm like, why is it always me? No, they was doing it too. And that's what I tell my kids now. I don't want to hear what this one did, that one did. It's you. You speak for you, because I know what I went through. And if you flesh in my flesh, then guess what? You got a calling on you too. So stop worrying about everybody else and you just do right. So you won't get in trouble.
Yep. But you know, kids be so scared, like you know what I'm saying, over at Douglas at the school, dog. They be so bad. They be like, no, he did. She did. I be like, why y'all snitching on each other? They be like, I don't know. Because they, you know what I'm saying? They go quick and put it on somebody. Nah, for real.
Yeah.
For real. Yep.
But when your light is shining, when you have, and you know it, because it's pulling at you. It's pulling at you. I mean, I wrote in the book, it's like, I know that I'm supposed to be doing something. I just don't know what. And instead of me saying, Lord, you direct my path, it's Alicia. Oh, I know what it is. She's supposed to be selling Mary Kay. Let me get this certification. Let me go ahead and do these Mary Kay parties with the mimosas and stuff. Okay, that's cute. Real cute. But that ain't what you're supposed to be doing.
That's the blocking. They're blocking you.
Yeah. Yes. And it worked for some people. That may be for you, but that wasn't for me. So I'm using it as an example. I ain't downplaying it. I wish I would have got the pink Cadillac, but God didn't have it in store for me. You know, I couldn't serve in that way.
No, you're right. You're right.
One in here. I got one description here. It says school counselor. That is a definite calling, especially in 2025. Yeah. In 2025. And you're providing academic, emotional, and social support to students. And I have been around social workers and counselors that I know have a calling and that I know it's a job. It's a difference. And what I want to say and plead to you is, if it is not your calling, give it up. Because you're not just hurting yourself, but you're hurting who you're supposed to be supporting and helping. Period.
For real. For real. No, for real. Give it up. If it ain't working for your team, move on to something else. That's it. But I think that's people fear though.
It is. It was mine for a long time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To start over. Don't you know how many times I had to start over? And especially when I was in the game, when I come home and the door kicked open and they done took everything. You know what I did? I said, oh, they covered the game. Let me go to the bank account.
Right.
Because it's like
Right.
if that sit on your brain, it gonna crush you. You know what I'm saying? That's like
Yeah.
now you be tripping off nothing now. Like if I
Yeah.
can't, I just can't get it. I'm all right with it. I'm all right
Yeah.
with it. I'm all right with it. Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of pointers out that book though. 200 ways.
Okay.
Give me a couple of
So
pointers.
one, I just turned to one. It says a elderly companionship volunteer. That's an actual position, and that's a calling. That's a
Yeah.
calling. I've had a conversation recently with someone that is in that profession, and how their patient changed from, "Hey, Randall, what's going on?" to, "Hey, who are you, and why are you in my house?" Right? That's a true passion. That's a calling, where she could then say, "Hey, baby, have a seat. Let's do so and so." And she'll listen. "Okay, no, that's fine. That's no problem." Where the other workers would have problems, she would try to hit them and, fight with them and all that. And they like, "How's she do it for you?" It's a calling. This is your calling to serve, right? So you ask for some tips and some tools. One would be, first off, just like I'm talking to my 10-year-old, what do you like to do? Let's start there.
Right.
What do you like to do? Brainstorm. Write it down. Write it down. Now, we're going to do pros and cons. Then you got to take some paper out. If you want to do it on Google, that's fine. Do that too. We're in 225. But then you're going to write pros, you're going to write cons. And slice it down the middle and start to think that through. If I do this for a living, what does this mean? You need to know how much it's going to cost, because you got bills, you got obligations, you have to meet where you live in, your food, the shelter, your driving, everything. So is it going to provide me the income that I desire? And if not, how am I going to make that income? Because not every job, again, is going to give you exactly what you want monetarily, but it'll give you what you need for your gratification and your soul. So that's the one thing, pros and cons. Then you need to research and find out these list of things that I like to do. As you narrow it down with your pros and cons, now, what is the demand in the area that I live in? So if you're in Maryland, if you're in Washington, D.C., hey, it might be a demand in California. Are you willing to relocate? Like, these are some real conversations you need to have with yourself. Am I willing to go? Yeah, is it in person versus virtual? That's a big thing now.
Yes,
everybody wants virtual, right?
Everybody,
and even in that, let's go deeper. Are you disciplined enough to do virtual?
Right.
Because showing up, it looks different.
Makes sense. Yeah, this is discipline. This discipline. You're right.
It really is.
It is.
Because ain't nobody coming over there talking about, "Alicia, what's going on?" They may have a check-in with you. They may have a timer or whatever. And everybody find ways. You find ways to get around. And if you're doing that, guess what? It's not your calling. It is just a job.
Yeah.
It is just
for
job.
I was just saying that today, right? So they had a new supervisor come in because the old supervisor left, right? So the old supervisor wasn't really doing that because she was really chasing the check. But when she took on the supervisor job, she didn't know what come with that supervisor job, right?
Right.
I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? When I was a manager, supervisor, right? I just said, I'm just ain't doing it no more, right? So now they brought a new supervisor over there, right? He's saying that he gonna break the people up that's doing the job, right? I said, bruh, that don't sound good. He like, why? You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, because they too friendly to each other, they too laid back with each other. I was like, bruh, that's all right, because if that's like hiring somebody new for the job and they got to start all over again. You know what I'm saying? So now by you saying that, because when you start all over again, it boils down on me and my partner now. Because we got to talk, we got to go here, we got to go there. You know what I'm saying? So now as I'm breaking down to him, I'm like, that's not a good move.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you want to be gone and we're going to be back stressed again.
Yes. Think about that. Yeah.
You hear me, Robo? I like to come to work and have a relaxed day and go home, not come to work and run everything. And that's how I broke it down to him. I said, look at the fact. So when I was walking out there, he's like, man, come here, cuz. I'm like, well, he's like, you right, cuz. I said, yeah, cuz. You can't come here and do that. You just got to roll with the flow and figure it out to where they're on time. Now, they're on time because you having meetings. Y'all talking now, who doing their job, who this and that. Don't just break them up because you can put all that pressure on me and my partner. I don't want that.
Right.
I just got it real with
It's called wisdom.
Yeah.
It's wisdom. That's it. You dealing with a novice coming in and like, I got the answer. You like, nope, it ain't that simple. You gotta dig a little deeper.
Not for real. 200 ways. I'm telling you.
Yeah, 200 ways. It says that serving others is not just about finding a career. It's about discovering where your unique gifts and passions meet the need of the world.
Facts.
So you can think of all kind of stuff, but when you talk about servanthood, you hear me always be like, Alicia Hurd, servant leader, because in everything I do, I'm serving. But how am I serving the world? What I'm doing, serving the world, helping someone to advance, helping them to level up, helping them to see themselves and say, you know what, I'm going to change. You know what, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Right?
Yeah.
That's servanthood. So when you thinking, you got to think higher. Just like you stretch the manager. That servanthood could be that manager managing, but they still need some wisdom in it, right? So you stretch them in it. And they weren't like, oh, I got the answer to everything. Nah, let me listen a little bit. I've been there. You got to be humble as a servant.
Yeah, you do. You do. And you got to listen. You got to listen. You can't talk. You got to listen to every word they say, to every word, bro. Because if you don't, boy, they're going to run. They're going to run. And then when they stop, they're going to be like, you heard them? No, I really did.
Because you trying to respond. That was me back in the day. Nah, I can't wait till she finish and put that period on it because I'm going to lay it on her instead of saying, let me listen. Got a point there. I don't like how it came across, but you got a point there. That's wisdom. That's growth.
Yeah.
My mama was like that, Randall. I was like, you gonna say something? I can't believe you said that. Move out the way. Let me say something. And now as I'm getting older, I'm like, that's what that is.
I mean, like, why they going crazy? Hold on. You okay? It's all right. Let's talk.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody gotta be on the same, like I told them too, like it's a good team. You just need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk. Meantime. I didn't like meetings when I started Kip. I get over Douglas. I love meetings. I love what's going on.
Yeah. That's your place. And I'm sure the kids love you. Because they love you and I work with you.
Man, listen, off the jumper, you hear me? But that's just
meet them where they are. Yep. It says here, ask yourself, what talents and skills has God placed in your hands? And I'm going to pause. In your hands has been coming up quite often. I went to a retreat in Destin with my group, my tribe. And shout out to Keo. She talked about what's in your hand. What do God have in your hands? And we all was like, what is she talking about? And I heard it again on a podcast. I heard it again on the radio. I heard it again on the TV. And now it's in my book. What's in your hands? Meaning, what are you already doing? What has God already equipped you with? What are you good at? So for me, if I really would have thought about it, I'm like, talking. Talking. That's what's in my hand. Talking to people. Talk to anybody. That's a gift. All right. How can I serve? By talking. What are some jobs or some opportunities, some businesses? You could be a speaker and make 7 figures. That's the thing. You serving people.
Yeah, for real, for real, for real, like literally for real. For real, I ain't like, amen on that. Cause hey, I know who getting that right now. On
Yep. Talking.
no, no, for
Even
real.
though my report card it said talkative. Well,
No,
listen, you was
you
preparing me for
ain't.
what was in my hand.
Hey, listen. Our parents just always say that you just a
You
talkative
talk
person.
too much. Shut up sometimes. Be quiet.
But that person that talkative got to do a
Oh, Lord.
whole life because we talk. Without you,
Yeah.
mom. Without you, dad. Without you, grandma. We understand that. Because
Yes.
now we're coming out, we like, man, what's that motherfucker stop talking so much?
But I be
But
feeling like that too, low key. Even though they
hey,
sit right here, low key. Like, man.
hey, I'm
Man.
no, for real. I already know. I already know. That's why it's peace, man. It's just peace. Like, as you get older, though, you just want to just, hey, you feel what I'm saying? Let me get another one, though. Let me get another one. Let's go
Okay.
off.
Where do I feel most drawn to make a difference? Where do I feel most drawn to make a difference? So I'll use myself again. Supporting women. Because we go through so much. We feel broken even at a young age. I remember one of my TTs or auntie, or we say in Trinidad, tanty. One of my tanties would say, oh my God, you're not going to be a dancer because you got pencil legs and 2 left feet. And I always say, I can't dance. I can't dance. I know I'm not going to be a dancer. But what if I really wanted to dance, Randall?
You'd have went out there and learned how to dance. You just focus on dancing. You hear me? Because they tell you that you're not going to be a dancer.
Yes. But I ain't care about that because I knew I couldn't dance either, but I could whine. In my culture, I could whine. And then go, you ain't got to do too much. Y'all got to be the ones be going on like that. But we ain't got to do that. That's it.
That's it. Side to
you
side.
Get that down, you good. That's it, to the side.
Yep, side to side. That's a true question, though. That's a true question.
Yeah. And you're right. No matter what, my tanty back then, no matter what, if it was for me to dance, I would have danced. Yeah. Now, there would have been some stumbling blocks. So for me, my gift with the talking would be to talk to that woman, actually to that little girl, and say, guess what? You can do it. With those pencil legs and that 2 left feet. If you have a passion to dance, girl, dance your heart out.
Yeah.
Dance your heart out, right?
But for real, it ain't even gotta be a passion. That's just like TikTok. Nobody know they gonna all the goofy and dumb stuff and start getting views and likes. When a person see when a person see a view and a like now, they get excited because they like, damn, somebody really watching. But guess what? That ain't no family or friend that like that picture though.
You right. Now you talking truth. The ones that truly support you. It don't be family first. It's be that stranger.
It be the people you don't know.
You least expect.
No. What chapter is that in the book? I know
this
that's
is the conclusion. This is your next steps. After I give you the 200 ways, then I push you to the next level and say, all right, let's take some action. So I say the last question before to ask yourself would be, how can I use my experiences to bless and uplift others? Because if it's not blessing and uplifting others, that's not serving. How can I do that?
Ain't no good. It ain't no good. Your word ain't no good. Trash.
Yeah.
Look, trash.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And for me, you say, okay, well, I'm going back to the speaking. All right, when I go talk to these young ladies in the school or when I have these events, my experience is being raised in the hood, not being full-figured, not loving myself completely all the time. I draw from those experiences. And you know what it actually does? Yes, it's helping them, but it helps me, Randall. It
Yeah.
helped that teenage girl.
Nah, for
It
real.
helped that one that's still in there that's hurting. And it's like, dang, I didn't even know all that was in there.
Yeah.
So it's not just for someone else, it's for you too.
Yeah. Of course. But you know what kill a person's stress, and the stress don't even come from you. It comes from other people's problems. You feel
It
me?
do.
Your stress to yourself like, oh yeah, I do it. Other people say, you be like, just damn. Why did he or she, why or he or her share that information with me? I didn't want to know all that. So now you want to
Yeah.
know more. You want to know
Yeah.
more. And that's where the stress come in. Because now
Yeah.
when they told you the information, they said, don't tell nobody.
That's right.
Don't tell
You
somebody.
got hold on of it. I'm with you.
No, for
I'm with you.
real. For real. That's why I ain't gonna lie. I don't tell my business to nobody. I just keep it
Yeah.
in this and just for real and just talk to myself. You know
Yeah.
what? It's okay, but everything good, but it's everything all right. We gonna go over. Come on, let's go to the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't even
Yeah.
shout.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But I had to
One thing
learn.
for me though is I wear my heart on my sleeve. And so even when I be telling people I'm all right, they be like, nah, come here. Come over here. You're not all right. And so you're right. Like you got to watch who you talk to, who you say stuff to. But what I
Yeah.
found is I'm similar to my grandmother, rest her soul, and that Pritchard. When I tell you she would bust a cuss in a minute, she had that cigarette right here talking. That thing wasn't even phone, but it just moved. It just moved around, and she be talking
For
in
real,
her
don't
accent and her talking to
never
us.
burn her face.
And I be like, what in the world? But once
Mhm.
she finished cussing you out and saying it to maybe 2 or 3 people, then she done be like, all right, come on, give me a hug. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
I be having to get it off. I be having to get it off. And my husband be like, we gotta hear this again. I'm like, you gonna hear it till it get off of me.
I'm dead.
And then when it get off of me, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like it ain't never happened.
Yeah. But you know what's the easy way Joe gets some stress off though? Let's go to a park and just holler. For real. Sometimes you need that.
So let me
Sometimes
tell you, I actually saw that in myself. We had a day retreat not too long ago. Shout out to Native Spa in Bainbridge, Georgia, Dana, and she invited us to her land. They got over 300 acres, and they did soundboat, and that was my first time really experiencing it. I laid down on the ground on a blanket. I was scared as I don't know what. I was like, a snake gonna come, something gonna bite me, but I had to just lay there and just relax, right? I was
no,
like, man, this is new, but I'm gonna do it. And
right.
I saw, literally closed my eyes and I saw myself dropping to the ground and screaming. And I was like, Dana, what is that? And she was like, you're releasing. She was like,
Yeah.
it's good. So
I'm
you
telling
want something about that. You
Yeah,
want something.
I'm telling you. Like
Get it out.
yeah, just holler. Listen, they got a spot up here. I forgot the name of it. When you go in your little booth, you can turn your music on and you can just beat up stuff now. They got that up here.
I've seen it on TV. Okay, yes. Like the Rage Room or something like that.
Yeah. Range room. There you go. Listen,
Yeah.
me and wifey went there. I zoned out. She like stop. I'm zoned out. She zoned out. I'm like, dog, this really helped. This a good move.
Yeah.
You break the glass, break. Joe, listen, that's see people now today is really hustling today. Cause you mean to
Yeah.
tell me you thought of a move like that and put it right here and just go to the junkyard, get all old stuff and just sit in there and
Don't
let you
cost
be.
you hardly nothing. Yeah.
Ain't charge nothing. Because the only thing
Yeah.
people doing is throwing it in the trash. So you making money off trash. I'm dead.
And helping to heal people.
Yeah.
That's serving right there. Even though it's
Yeah.
for profit, it's
But
still
that's
serving. And you can have for profit serving.
yeah. Nah, for real.
That's a good example.
Yes, it is. just to think about how people think. You know what I'm saying? That was a good move to sit there and think, because guess what? The person that owned the spot probably went through that. And somebody told him, because they didn't do it, so they shared the information to him, and he took advantage of it. Yeah, people really be going through a lot of stuff. For real,
I'm just glad you snapped back out of it.
No, I'm just glad. You hear me? Nah, for real, Joe. You can turn the music on. You can have your little drink. You feel what I'm saying? That's all right, man. That's all right. Picture if that joint had a massage little spot in there. Oh my God.
Ooh. So after you do all that, then you still just work it out. Just work that thing out. Yeah.
Man, you hear me? Man, like it's so many moves, man, that people don't sit down and put the plan together. You got to put the plan together, no matter what. No matter what.
So, Randall, is the masseuse a servant? Are they serving as a masseuse? Is that a career to serving?
Yeah, it is. It is because it messes with people mental.
Yeah.
You feel me? They got.
When I go get massages, I'm overdue.
Yeah,
but they will tell you the areas. They'll be like, you hold a lot right here. It's a gift. I'm like, for real? I was that straight. And he'd be like, oh, one time he was like, can I step on you? I'm like, do whatever you need to do. As an older skinny guy. I said, do whatever you do. Oh, he's stepping on me. He working hard. I'm like, I gotta find a tip for him.
No, for real. Like people really need that road dog. Like vacations, walk, people to talk to. Trips. Dogs. They need dogs.
Yes, for support. Mm-hmm.
For support.
Yes.
It was a lady. It was a lady at the had the Yorkies, but they was support dogs. Do you know how many people in her business try to have her to stop bringing her dogs in there? Do they even realize that she had to go through the procedures to order to do this? Like with everybody you tell, I'm like, don't y'all know that she went through the procedure? She ain't just bringing dogs to work.
Yeah. But being naive.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. That's the word right there. That's the word right there.
Because it's unfortunate.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people, they just talk. They don't even know what it means. See me, I'm gonna ask you 1,000 questions. Because guess what? If I don't know, I just don't know. You hear me? I don't sit up there and fake like I don't know. That's why I'm asking you the questions, so you can tell me. Now, once you give me some insight, that's when I could go on Google and I could do my thing. But if I don't know, I just don't know. But a dumb question is a smart question. And that's facts.
So I want to say this. When you're thinking about how you serve, because I'm sure a lot of people probably sitting there just pondering, like, well, what? Don't force it. Don't force it. Don't say, well, I got to find something. I got to make sure, because you're saying it, that it got to be something good and it got to help the world. And, I got to find something now. Don't force it. I'm going to tell you what the take action is. It's to pray for clarity and direction. So you wrote your list. You did your pros and cons. You did your research. Now sit on it. Yeah. Sit on it. Like, peace be still, and let God direct you. And he may not talk to you in this, Randall, I need you to do a podcast. No. You be talking to your friend or something. Like for me, I'm like, I'm going to do an interview with you. Come on over here and we're going to talk about your business. And in that, she was like, why don't you do a podcast? I was like, why do people keep telling me that? And that's God, like reinforcing, like, this is what you need to, and people don't know you had that written down. They don't know that. But that's God reinforcing it. He's like, do it. Like, I'm telling you what to do. And then he's gonna tell you multiple times. A friend of mine said, I test God like that. I gotta hear 3 times before I know it's him. And because he knows that's how she is, she gonna hear it 3 times.
Right. Nah, for real, right? I just think, I just took all my problems, just everything. I'm like, look, deal with that. I can't deal with that, man. I can't take that pressure. You feel me? And then I'm patient.
But Randall, I gotta ask a question.
What's
How
up,
y'all
dog?
men do it so quick? Because I say it, I be like, yeah, Lord, then I pick that thing back up, be like, but let me twist it to the left and then twist it to the right. But then my
Right.
husband be like, I gave it to the Lord, and then he go right to sleep. And I'm
Right.
sitting up like, but Lord, but how? So Randall, how y'all do that so quick though?
Because I mean, my what I've been through, feel me? What I've been through. Now I'm here. So I just think like stab, shot, all that. So I don't need to take nothing serious, because ain't nothing serious in that. Ain't nothing serious being right now, right here, right now. You feel what I'm saying? So okay. How much that be? Oh, it went up 3. All right, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Because the more stress off of it, and I'm gonna tell you where it's bad at. When you running a business and you get off focus.
You're
And
right.
then the whole week go past and you trying to get back on track. Because you weren't the one that got yourself off focus. It was somebody else got yourself off focus. Now you got to get back into it. You got to get that rhythm back into it. Because you done took off a whole week saying in your mind, I got it, I'm gonna do today. No, don't do today. No, do tomorrow. You ain't gonna do tomorrow neither. Now 2 weeks done went past. That's why I try to stay consistent every day. Every time I step out that building, it's a mission. I'm already sleeping thinking of the mission. I just gotta put it in motion when I get out the bed.
That's right.
Grab the phone.
That's
Let me. Can't you see? Hey, listen. Everybody see it. Excuse me. Everywhere I go, they be like, "Cuz, when do you sleep?" Man, listen, I don't already schedule all that. That's why they got schedules.
That's right. That's right.
I
And
love
I
it.
love that you drew from your experiences to
Yeah.
help your faith increase. Because you like,
Yes.
God, you done did that, you done did that, you done did that. What is this?
Right.
What is this?
And that's how it really is. Cause my wife said the same thing. How you just get over it? Like how you just, because ain't nothing worse than being locked up. Ain't nothing worse than being shot. Ain't nothing worse than being in jail, waking up 2 walls all day. Nigga, this is a blessing.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
And that's 7 years. 7 whole years. No. Think I'm touching everything. I'm talking to everybody.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, listen,
And Randy, you ran into the next thing. It's a set small and achievable goals. Consistency. It ain't got to be major leaps and bounds. Just consistent. Every day.
That's it. That's it.
Every day.
That's it. That's
and
it.
that don't mean that after you finish listening to this podcast, you call or you write the letter to me, I quit and do a what's his name, Dave Chappelle, and kick the trash can. That's not what we're saying. We are not. Randall, tell them we're not saying that.
No, we're telling you to keep going. Don't let the distractions stop your growing, especially when you're running a business.
That's right.
When you run the business, you're supposed to stay focused. That's why you don't let nothing get in the way. You feel what I'm saying? But guess what? I'm gonna say this too, sis. When everything going good, look for it to go bad at least once or twice. Look for it to go bad, because bad, you already on top of it, because guess what? You was already ready. So you ain't have to get ready. Because guess what?
Yeah.
You know
it's so true.
It's gonna cause you because you out here jamming. But when it goes bad, you like, okay, right. You know what? I could get hit for $200. I done made me $400-$500.
That's
You got
it.
to pay somebody. You got to pay somebody. It ain't gonna always be good. A rich
Yeah.
man to tell you that. Oh man, just know he's lying. He's lying. It's not
Yeah.
always gonna be good. Yeah, so I got that mindset. You know what I'm saying? It could be good. And then monkey wrench. Anything. It could
Yeah.
be something
All the
coming through
time.
the mail, come from work, something come from on the street, come from the gas station. You could be riding down the hill, catch a flat tire. You could be like, I just bought that tire. Because they didn't want you to go that way. That's why they caught that flat.
That's right. It's so true. So if you are someone that's working a 9 to 5 and you aspire to do something different to serve, you feel like you're not fulfilling your destiny or your purpose, don't just abruptly quit. Now, I did that when I was working. Where was I working? My first telejob. I can't do
Okay.
this, quit. And I was told by my boyfriend mother at the time, don't you ever quit a job when you ain't got another one lined up, right?
Real,
And I
yeah.
never did it. So we're
Mhm.
saying you got to use logic and reasoning. Now, if God is really speaking to you and you know that factually, you do what you need to do because God's got you. But
No,
traditionally, if you're going from one thing to another, you have to have a plan in place. God has to give you the
that's
wisdom, right? He has to increase your wisdom. And so it may
fact.
take some time. So when you hear our stories, when you see us, don't think that it was like, boom, there it is. No, it took time. Right? We don't know how much time. It may be you getting a credential behind your
Yeah,
name. It may be
yeah,
you going back to school. It may be you saying, hey, I need a mentor. I need a
yeah,
life coach, right? Alicia,
yeah.
I need a life coach. That's fine. I'll help you out. Let's do it, right? To really
That's
help
fine.
me to
No,
set
for real.
those goals
No,
and
for
to get it
real.
going. We're here for you, but I don't want you guys to take from this and just run and be like, yep, I'm quitting. I'm telling them to hell with it. Like, no,
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
yeah,
We're not doing it. We're going to be wise. In this
yeah,
book, you're going to get some wisdom. You're going to get something to really jog your memory. It also says here to step out in faith. And that's why I led into this because stepping
yeah.
out in faith looks a little different. Now,
It
if you
do.
are
It
easing
do.
out, like you're about to retire, and you know you got a couple years, 5 years, or what have you, okay, well, your faith is leading you to where you're going because you know you have an exit strategy. But if you don't, you got to prepare yourself. I'm just saying. I'm just,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks
I
different for
just said
everybody.
that. I just said that. You got to be ready,
Yeah,
so you ain't got to be ready. I just said it.
that's right.
You
I
got
was talking
to.
to a friend of mine. She's living at home and she wants to leave. And I said, well, how bad is it? Is it $1,300 a month bad? Meaning you're going to spend that, at least that, where you're moving to. So how
No, for
about you
real.
stack that? Could you stack that? I said to
No,
her, stack 20 grand and then talk to me. Where'd you
no.
get 20 grand from? I was like, I don't know. It just came out my head, but could you stack it? Now, if you can
Right.
stack that,
Yeah.
then let's talk
Yeah.
about moving out.
Nah, for real.
Because if you can
First.
stack that, how about 20 more? How about
No,
20
no.
more? Because it's not that bad. I said, if it is that bad, then on weekends, go get a hotel room.
No.
Go get a hotel room to be by yourself, to feel like you by yourself. And then
Hey,
come on right back and stack your money.
but nah, for real. Fact.
Because
But
adulting is ghetto.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. But you gotta have that mindset though.
Yes.
People gotta
Yes.
have that mindset. You feel me? That's like a person going to cheat. You feel what I'm saying? Before they cheat, they never thought about this car ain't in my name, this apartment ain't in my name, this apartment. Okay, this go for the he and she too. You feel what I'm saying? It's this
Yeah.
that when you
Yeah.
do what you do you think about the consequences? Because whoever in the dark will always come to the light flat out. Ain't no if, ands, about the
Yeah.
situation. You feel what I'm saying? But you
Yeah.
gotta think before you react. Oh, Joe, man, get out, get out, get out. Yeah, I get out. You get out, you be sleeping in the car. You be mad as shit. You be heated. I'm telling you, because you don't think first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You got to
You
have a
got,
strategy. You got to go
yeah.
back to the basics. Pull out that sheet of paper, or if you want to do voice note, whatever you do. But really brainstorm. I'm a big person on journaling and really getting your thoughts out on paper and
Mhm.
strategizing. And I mean, your thoughts could be all over the place, but just write. Just write. Flush it out because you have something in your hand. That's what we're
Yeah, no,
saying to you tonight. You have your mission, you have your passion, you have what God. What is
right,
it? Shout out to Keo again. Like, what is it?
right.
It's to serve. It's going to
It's,
be a benefit. It's going to be positive. Because if it's coming from God, it's positive.
yes, it is. Amen. But you can't be scared. You
You
can't be scared.
cannot.
You can't be scared. You know what? You know what? You know what everybody was scared at when COVID hit. COVID really
Yeah.
showed you who was your friend, who gonna tell you the truth. They got the shot. Do they got COVID? Why they keep coughing around me like that? Why they coughing over the food? Why this and that?
Yeah.
Joe, what I mean with COVID hit, do you think it was COVID? I don't even think it was a COVID. I think they just came up with the name and it was a flu. What you think? What's your impact on that? Because I don't think it
I
was COVID.
definitely think it was artificial. It was not a natural thing that happened, especially when they can say when it's about to happen
And
and all this. So it definitely was man-made. Okay. And I'm one of those that, I mean, the profession I was in, we had to, right? Take the vaccine, but now I'm regretting it because I'm like, And then you start
that's
really reading up and yeah,
that's what
it was a mess. It was a
yeah.
mess, but you had to keep your job. Like they put the fear of God in you.
And that's what I'm saying. We go back to
Yeah,
fear. Man, that's why I tell
yeah,
her, listen, I've been messing with these people in Pakistan 4 or 5 years, right? When I send that money, I was like, hey, they take it. At least I tried. Oh shit, the clothes came. Oh, okay. Now,
yeah,
okay. Let me lock them in now. Because it's the chance you say, like I
yeah.
say, if I could take that COVID shot, I could do without because guess what? Boom. And I could have just passed out. You it's like
It's the truth. We saw it all on the internet. I was like, yo, is
yeah,
that gonna be
this is what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
everybody man, this and that, man. Think about it, that's the same way when they inject you to die. You sit up there, you just like the but you scared to jump out there, man, and get some money. Help yourself grow.
but that's
Help your
true
family.
entrepreneurship. I've had deals go awry. I've lost money, thousands of dollars. But at the end of
Right.
the day, you have to be a risk taker. You do. And you had to take, how to say, take it on the chin
Yeah,
and
you got
just
to
keep on moving. Say,
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm
yeah.
telling you. Oh man.
And the thing about it is, you also have to trust that God is the avenger. He will settle that stuff up. So don't
Right.
worry about it. Because even though they thought they did you something wrong, God is
Right.
going to take care of that. Pray
Yes,
for
he is.
them and move on.
Yes, he
It's
is.
hard when you like, man, I could have did something with that money because I was there.
No, I'm
Hello. But I'm like,
not.
Lord, you take
It's
care of that.
okay. Nah, it's okay. No, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like a couple of people. You know, they blew me, so I stepped away from them. Right.
Yeah.
But two things happened at one time, back to back. And I'm like, okay, boom. Oh, okay, what's up? All right, cool. And then turn around here about a year or two. I said, oh, it's like, oh, then I see what you're doing, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with it. Let me go in church now. I done paid my good deed now. Because if you'd have called me back in the
Yeah.
days, I would have walked right past. But it
Yeah.
was like, oh no, don't you see him right there? You better say something to him. And I'm like, wifey, you see that? She's like, yeah, I see it. That's crazy. Yes, that's crazy. But that was the mission he gave me, and he blocked me from
Yeah.
why it will ever happen, what's going to happen. He'd be like, you know what? Stop right here. Talk to them. Stop right here. Talk to. Okay, I got it now. All right. But it make me feel relaxed now because if something
Uh-huh.
happens to one up, they ain't go away with beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin. Oh, we was beefing because he ain't come. Oh man, we was talking. Wake up in the morning, he did. Boom. I ain't even say cuz I love you.
Mm.
You feel me? Like if you beefing with the people, man, go talk to the people, man. Talk to the people. Be the
Agree.
big
Make it
person.
right.
Because if you don't make it right, you're gonna sit on your shoulders. Telling you now. Telling you now. Guilt.
It's so true.
Guilt is sharp. Man, guilt is sharp. I'm telling you, guilt is sharp when
And it
people like,
changed how you show up.
yeah. Yeah. Like I was talking to this dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, I paid a little money. You know, and he was like, "Cuz, I got you." I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "Cuz, you want a contract?" I mean, listen, man, in this word, bro. Because guess what, bro? You can't duck me on social media, bro. You gonna see my face every
That's
day.
right.
you gonna,
Yes.
you gonna be like, man, Joe, man, let me go ahead and pay Cuz, man. You hear me? Because, but that's this. It's just a mindset. That's it. It's just a mindset.
That's right.
You know? Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. You gotta learn how to grow. You gotta be around people that's doing something. You feel me? If you can't be around people
You do.
doing something, huh? Nah, for
You
real.
do. Absolutely.
You do.
Because
Sometimes
that's the
though,
only way you're going to grow. It'll rub off. It has to rub off. If they doing nothing, you going to be doing nothing.
you gonna be sick, just like they sick. You know what I'm saying? I just got some hoodies made like that. Some purple hoodie, purple on purple, black on black hoodies. I got mine over mine up front, and in the back, it got you got to be a father before you become a leader. Fact.
Yeah, it's true.
Facts. You got to be a father. You got to learn. That's why they send you to training before they hire you.
Absolutely. Boot camp.
But you know, some people, oh man, I ain't no father. I ain't never be a father. Yes, you have. How you learn how to do that here? Joe, my cousin.
How you learn how to walk? Let's first start there. Your parents had to help you with that, right?
Right?
Eat your food. You see them picking it up. Like, come on, you had to follow somebody. Like, stop. How to talk when they say my, me. Like, come on.
You feel me? But you know, people just talk to hear they self-talk. I mean, my mother used to always say, "Boy, shut up, boy. You just want to hear yourself talk." And I just like, why she keep saying it like that? Now that as I'm older, and I understand. No. All them old sayings they used to say back in the days, it's making sense right now.
You find yourself saying it to them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, sound like my mama. Yes, absolutely.
But it makes sense now. It makes sense when they used to tell you be in the house before the lights come on. They don't even come outside. They don't even come outside no more. And the lights come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't make sense no more. They tell you, man, look, ways across the street. They don't even look. They just walk now. Stop at the stop sign before you cross the street, man. They just gonna keep walking, especially if they on this right here. On this, listen.
Right. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. That's because everybody is consumed with self.
Yeah.
Everybody is consumed with self, Randy. And that's why we saying to them tonight, have a heart of servanthood. Think about serving. Think about making the world better. Because in the long run, honestly, God is saying, if you take care of my people, He will supply all your needs. Yes, there won't be anything that you'll lack. I was just telling my kids that. I said, we may not have what you had in Maryland, but God, we ain't never went hungry. We ain't never went without a food on the table. We ain't never went without a vehicle to drive. We ain't never went, because they used to jumping in the pool. Talking about, I want to walk out the house and just jump in the pool. I said, okay, well, you're going to walk out the house, get in the car, and drive to the Y and get in the pool. You still got a pool. Like, there you just go. How you look at them, it's just your mindset, but you got to have a heart to serve because we don't know what God has a few years down the line for us. You may have a bigger pool than you had in Maryland. So, and it's like, Mom, why you getting so deep? Because I need you to think like this because the world is lacking this thinking. The generation is falling away. We were at the playground and I had to say something to these kids and they looking at me like I'm crazy and I'm looking back at them. And then I was like, oh, Alicia, get yourself together. And I said, y'all move from this area so I don't have to talk and say enough to nobody kids or nobody mother. Because it's not like it was before where it's like it take a village. It's don't say nothing to my kid. Yeah, but what happened when your kid do something in the street and then law enforcement get involved? Like, it take a village. But the basics of yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no. That's why we wrote the book. Manners matter. It is a big deal.
They don't even know that no more. They don't even know that no more.
Have a heart to serve. Have a heart to serve.
My man said this one day. Shout out to you, said, you remember back in the days when you was growing up, right? And the kids used to be bad. And they just like, watch that little boy be bad as a mother when he grow up. And they really grew up bad because they heard so much in their head. He bad this, he did this, he did this. Now they bad. Now like damn, why is he so bad? Because you done told him since he was one he was bad. So now the only thing he knows is doing bad things. And I say, stay upset. That do make sense because guess what? I ain't gonna lie. I used to do that to my son. Both of my sons.
Yeah.
I be like, kick him. Do this. Well, you ain't doing nothing but corrupting that guy.
Yeah. But when you know better, you do better.
No, for real.
And I see you with the grandbaby. You loving on her. She's a queen. You hear me?
Oh yeah.
Boss lady.
That's my money maker right there. That's my money maker.
You see, that's my money maker. So when y'all see her, when this is in the vault, and then you bring it back out, and you like, man, my granddad. Well, no, what she call you, Papa? What she call you? She gonna say, he used to always say that. Granddad, he used to always say that. And look, I ain't had no choice.
No, come on, man.
Serve.
But as she older now, she's sharp. She's sharp.
Amen.
Like a knife.
Amen.
Like because as she was coming up, I talked to her. Talk. Now she talked to me. Granddad, we could do this. We could do it this way. Get these hoodies, all these cutters in now. It came from her. Get this cutter. That's how they do it. These new joints come out.
That's right.
That's it. And I listen. I don't even care about spending the money. It's cool because it's gonna sell anyway.
Do she hit you like my daughter? Come here. This the new trend. Do it like this. Boom. And I'll be like, oh Lord, okay, all right.
All that, all like the only thing my daughter do is drive her around. She do everything. Clean, dress herself, watch her sister.
That's right.
I could just go on and on and on. When I be looking at damn, Joe, look at my big baby, man. You feel me? My wife be like, look at you. Yeah. She act just you. Yeah, because I raised her. She gonna be shocked just like me. When people be talking shit, look at me, she be like they flying like no, for real. Hey, listen, I ain't lying.
You already know. She here.
Yes, she is. I got her.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you.
This is staying with mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your kids are very off the break.
I be like, she don't say that. I be like, don't say that. They be like, nah, Mom, because you need to say. I be like, oh Lord, here they go. And I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, all day long, right? All day long. But I love it though. I definitely love it. But I just want to say our time is up. But thank you for tapping into your Cuz podcast. You feel me? Hey y'all, this is her last day, but she will be coming through your Cuz podcast. You feel me? We didn't want to tell y'all until it was at the end, but y'all will see more of her real soon. You feel me? But everything good. Yeah. Bro, dog, thank you for tapping in. Always, the door is always open for you on your Cuz podcast. You ain't got to worry.
Thank you so much. I love
y'all. So, YouTube family, y'all will see more of it. Don't worry about it. But y'all can also tap in on the gram. Y'all see her. She's all over the gram. She's all over my YouTube. And we lit. We's always lit.
That's
Thank you
it.
for
We lit.
You want something to say to the
Thank
family?
you. I love y'all. Y'all want to reach out to me? It's Alicia Hurt, HURTT. Google me or go to ISeeMyBaby.org. What you see is what you get. I am here to serve in every capacity. Holla at your girl.
Thank you. Hit me up, okay? Love you, baby.
Okay. But I love you too.
You already know. 100.